Israel has ordered an immediate halt to Gaza's electricity supply, ramping up pressure on Hamas to release hostages. The decision comes just a week after Israel blocked all aid to Gaza in a move reminiscent of the early days of the war when it imposed a full siege on the territory. Hamas has called the latest electricity cut blackmail, echoing its response to the previous aid blockade. The decision comes as both sides prepare for fresh negotiations over the future of the truce, which entered a critical phase after its initial stage ended on March 1st. Despite the ongoing sporadic violence, including an Israeli airstrike on Sunday targeting alleged militants, Hamas has urged for immediate negotiations on a permanent ceasefire. However, Israel insists on extending the first phase of the truce until mid-April and has cut electricity to Gaza amid the deadlock. Energy Minister Eli Cohen confirmed the move in a video statement, saying, and I quote, "We will use all the tools at our disposal to bring back the hostages and ensure Hamas is no longer in Gaza." End quote. Hamas official Izzat al-Rishq slammed the decision as a desperate attempt to pressure our people through cheap and unacceptable blackmail tactics. Israel had previously cut power to Gaza days after the October 7 attack, only restoring it mid-2024. The electricity cutoff threatens vital infrastructure, including the main desalination plant. With much of Gaza's population already displaced, residents now rely on solar panels and fuel-powered generators. Nighttime temperatures in the region hover around 12 degrees Celsius, worsening conditions for those living in makeshift shelters. Meanwhile, Hamas representatives met Egyptian mediators over the weekend, demanding the resumption of aid without conditions. Hamas spokesman Hazem Qasim called on mediators in Egypt, Qatar, and the US to ensure Israel complies with the agreement and moves forward with the second phase of the truce. Hamas has set key demands including a hostage prisoner swap, Israel's complete withdrawal from Gaza, reopening of border crossings, and lifting of the blockade. Former US President Joe Biden had outlined a second phase proposal involving hostage releases, Israeli military withdrawal, and a permanent ceasefire. After recent mediation talks, Hamas spokesperson Abdel Latif Al-Qanoua suggested progress, calling the indicators positive. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office confirmed plans to send delegates to Doha for further discussions today. The ongoing truce, which largely halted more than 15 months of conflict, previously led to the exchange of 25 Israeli hostages and 8 bodies for the release of around 1,800 Palestinian prisoners. It also allowed the entry of much-needed humanitarian aid. However, after Israel blocked aid deliveries last week, UN human rights experts accused the government of weaponizing starvation. At a UN food distribution site in Jabalia, Gaza resident Abu Muhammad Salman warned of renewed famine as supplies dwindle. Concerns for hostages also remain high. Last week, US President Donald Trump issued a stark warning to Hamas, demanding the release of all remaining hostages or face further destruction. He also declared that any Gazans who hold hostages are dead. Despite Washington's long-standing refusal to engage with Hamas, Trump's administration confirmed unprecedented direct talks with the group. U.S. hostage envoy Adam Boehler told CNN that a deal to secure the release of all hostages, not just Americans, could be reached within weeks. Of the 251 hostages taken during Hamas's October 7 attack, 58 remain in Gaza, including 5 Americans. The US has confirmed the deaths of 4. Meanwhile, Trump has floated a controversial proposal to expel Palestinians from Gaza, sparking backlash from Arab leaders who are pushing for an alternative plan that would see Gaza's reconstruction funded through a trust and governance handed over to the Palestinian Authority. On Sunday, Israel's far-right finance minister said that plan is now taking shape. The October 7 attack by Hamas killed 1,218 people in Israel, most of them civilians. Israel's retaliatory military campaign has killed at least 48,458 people in Gaza, also mostly civilians, according to figures from both sides. As tensions rise, all eyes are now on the upcoming talks in Doha. Whether they will lead to progress or further escalation remains uncertain. Stay tuned for more updates.